Hello, everybody. Welcome along to another episode of The Bench with Jenna and Jon this week. We have a guest who has won a League Leader Shield, a Super League trophy and a World Club Challenge. He is also the assistant of the Leigh Leopards, former Wigan, London winger, centre and eventual...
Utility.
Yeah, utility, forward, whatever they call you. Well, we'll call you Tony Clubb. Welcome along to the bench.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming
also
on.
the man who had the best chant about him.
The best chant? Ooh,
The best
okay.
chant about him. So when you were at London,
Yeah.
if you like,
done.
there used to be a chocolate biscuit
Yeah.
called the Club, right? Do you remember it? Do you know it?
The club
I
bar, the
don't
chocolate
know.
bar.
No. So it was, if you like a lot of chocolate in your biscuit, join our club.
Yeah.
So the London fans changed it to, if you like a lot of tackle in your rugby, Tony Clubb.
Is this true,
Loved it.
Tony?
That's absolutely true. Absolutely
But they also
true.
had another one. There was that few away fans came to games. There's, we're going home in a taxi.
Yeah, that's it. I'll tell you a story about it. James Graham and James Roby, when I used to get on the bus, when we toured away, they used to get on the mic every time I'd get on the bus and they'd sing it all the way that I walked down the bus. For every time I got on the bus. So every time we travelled to training, wherever, they would just get on the bus and a pair of them would sing it to me as I walked up and down the bus.
Followed you.
Was it an OCD thing, that, or was it just to annoy you?
Sorry.
So I'm very sorry. We've just literally set up right in front of a speaker. We're here at the Leigh Sports Village, which is no longer called the Leigh Sports Village. It's called the
Unity.
the Progress.
Progress in Unity
Progress.
Stadium.
Progress in Unity Stadium.
Yeah.
It's catchy.
Yeah.
Rolls off the tongue.
Anyway, we'll just say we're in Leigh for
What was
the
your question about
Eliminator.
OCD?
Forget. Oh, was it an OCD thing?
What do you mean?
Well, you say that they had to do it every time you got on the bus.
No,
no,
they just
they
do it
just
to take the
wind
mick.
up,
Yeah, they were
wind
just
up.
winding me up. Yeah.
Ah. And did you enjoy it a little bit, or were you kind of like, stop?
Yeah, I got annoyed with it after a while, but like I said, we was away for like 6 weeks, so it does.
Week one,
does get a
fine.
bit
Week
of-
one's fine, isn't it? Week
does
six,
get
in fact,
annoying
that's
after
just
a while.
that's touring with James Graham, full stop. It's like playing with James Graham, 1 week, fine. 2 weeks, okay. 3 weeks, really struggle. 4 weeks, you're at your wits' end.
Yeah.
6 weeks, you've lost the will to live. You no longer want to play rugby
That's
league.
it. But he had
Why?
Groves to back him up as
He's
well.
just
That's what made me
relentless.
laugh.
He's relentless. And he's repetitive with his humour, doesn't he? Every day, same joke. If he latches on to that song about
Yeah.
Tony every day for a full year,
We're going to go back to London eventually, but before we do, let's go back to 2020. It was 2022, wasn't it, that Adrian Lamb brought you in as an assistant coach here?
Yes,
Your
yeah.
first real coaching gig.
Yes, yeah. In 2000, we was in the championship at the time.
Yeah. You just finished playing?
Just finished playing, so I come straight out of playing to be the assistant here under Lammy at Leigh in the championship, and yeah, it was an experience.
Okay, so let's get on to that experience because you played under him at Wigan for what, 3
Yeah.
years? Then he came over here, then he brings you over as a coach.
Yeah.
Before we get on to the experience, did you know when you retired from rugby league that you wanted to coach, or was that opportunity kind of laid out in front of you and you thought, hey, I'll give this a
I
go?
always wanted to coach, but at Wigan I didn't get the opportunity to because of COVID and things like that. So during that time we couldn't mix. So we couldn't go to and help coach because it was me and Lockers at the time. We're going down and helping, but then once COVID set in, we wasn't allowed to mix groups with first team and reserves and things like that. So we didn't really get much of a chance to do it. But yeah, I always knew that I wanted to coach and get into that side of things. And I'm grateful for Lammy for bringing me over.
we'll talk about the experience then.
Yeah, let's do.
Why was that year in the championship an experience as you described it?
We had some Ed the balls in the team. We had some loose lads in the team, and
What
we
do you mean?
had a
What
very
do you
good team.
Well, do we need to lay loose out, Jenna?
Yeah, I don't know what you mean.
Well,
like,
what do you mean loose? You know what loose?
don't know, I'm
loose.
curious.
What does a loose human do?
well, it could mean a lot of things.
stays
Luke.
I'll
up-
mention one
stays up
name,
late.
and that's all you need to know.
Okay.
Is Blake
Reynolds.
Ferguson.
Oh, Blake Ferguson. Oh my
And
Blake
that will sum
Where
your
is he
whole
now? Is he
whole
still in
year
Japan? Did he go to Japan?
Oh, I
No,
don't
he's
know where.
back in Oz now. He's playing sort of lower league
think-
rugby over there. But we got him from Japan, and I think he'd been in Jiao So we got him out and brought him over.
You got him out of jail.
Yeah, or he just got out of jail in Japan. So, what a signing.
You love it. You love it. Don't you love it in sport where everyone goes, we've done our due diligence on this guy, right? We've really gone through a rigorous process of. You've got him out of jail. You bailed him. Sure,
Yeah,
and
we
it
got
didn't
him out.
work out.
But hey,
No, it didn't work.
And he went mad in Leigh, didn't he?
Oh, mate, and the best thing is, we had a big game here. I think it was against York. So we're all waiting. Like, it was Blake Ferguson's debut and things like that. And everyone's like, well, where is he?
That's not a good question.
So,
to
yeah,
ask.
and we're like, oh, my God. And, we didn't see him until the following day. And I was like, well, what's he been doing? He said, he got here and went out on a bender for 2 days, so he didn't turn up and didn't play.
Oh, yeah.
So we're like, it's going to be a good signing, this, I think. And lucky enough, he got himself together and he played some good rugby in the end. But yeah, that was our first sort of experience with
So
Blake
you
there.
were coaching Blake Ferguson.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're coaching somebody who's clearly that mad?
Oh, it's tough because you're trying to sort of be tough on the lads, and you turn around, he's doing cartwheels behind him, and you're like Blake, like he just couldn't stand still. He was one of them, like he was like real high energy person, and you turn around, he's doing cartwheels and he's trying to do backflips, and you're trying to be serious with the group, and you're sort of looking behind you, and you're seeing this 6'5" human just doing backflips down, and you're like, what the hell's going on here?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why did you sign him? Not you personally, but why did the club sign him?
Well, sort of prior to that, obviously we know what he'd done, and he'd played State of Origin, played for his country, and won grand final, and he was a good player.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And he went over to Japan to play Japanese rugby, and obviously got caught up with something over there, and they put him in jail for a little while. So
Just a little while.
Just I think it was
Cooling
only
off
like a
period.
month. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Just sort yourself
it.
out, Blake, and then go to Leigh.
Yeah, that's it. So his manager rang, said, "Will we take him?" And we jumped at the chance to have him here. And but he was just it was a crazy man. Like, obviously I'm pretty close where I stand, and you go into the championship and there's lads that are postmen and builders and things like that, and he just wouldn't shut up. So like Fergo, stop, like
What, winding them up?
talking to the other players. So he'd be going to them, like I'd be walking past them and go, should be playing for Australia, me, bro. And I'm like, Fergo, what, like he's a postman by day. And he does this because he loves the game, like leave him alone.
No.
And he just didn't shut up. So, but yeah, no, he was a
So
good...
he was well liked.
But I played with a guy like that, Ashton Sims, when I was at Toronto. Like, he was wanting to get into fights with a guy who's like a supply teacher in Rochdale.
Why?
But I don't know, he just got so angry. He's like angry in scrums and like squaring up to a 19-year-old joiner. He's like, come on in. And I'm like, what? No.
Was this on the pitch or off the pitch?
On the pitch. And I was just going wild at opposite. And I was like, just
mate.
relax.
But
calm
even
down.
like, we used to play on Monday nights in the championship, and we went up to one of the Cumbrian teams, Barrow, or someone up there, and they're all turning up in their work boots and their work gear on and things like that. And you've got him before they've even walked out going, "You're getting it." You're like, what? Like, what are you doing?
Just let them get the rigger boots off. Can we let them just get the high vis off?
Yeah,
let them get
that's it.
into
And he
sports
was
kit before we start
It
abusing.
was just a million miles an hour all
wow.
the time. And
So that was a
it
learning curve.
So
then.
it was a He
First,
was
a
one
major
of my
question.
favourites, Fergo.
There you go. Yeah.
But like I said, we had a good group in the championship. We wanted to build a Super League team to take us on into Super League there, and he lasted a year. We got him into pre-season the following year. He lasted 2 weeks, and he was like, "No, I'm out,"
I'm done.
and went back.
I'm back.
And he was on good money too,
Never to
so
be
he
seen
done
again.
well to throw all that away. Yeah. So just 2 weeks into pre-season, he was like, "No, I'm out,"
Respect.
and just got on a flight, went home.
So,
Yeah,
that was one experience for you. Was
Yeah.
that? Were you kind of at that point thinking, "Thanks, Lemmy. You've given me this opportunity to coach. Now this is quite the challenge." Like, what at that point were you questioning your decision to take Lemmy up on the opportunity, or were you like, "This is great"?
Yeah, it was once I met Fergo. But like I said, the rest of the group were really good. And like I said, I really do enjoy it. I enjoy the detail of it in breaking down. We look at a million clips going through, why can we do this better? And as a team, as a structure, and as individuals. You know, we've got Edwin, is a great defender, but he's also the worst misser in the league. So how do we then get that better? Because if he does get you, he's going to fold you. But let's find some common ground. Let's find a middle ground where we know Edwin's got to make 30 tackles a game, but he's also missing, I think he's +9 per game or something like that, which is a lot for a middle there. So, you know, we're working hard with Edwin and other individuals in there in making sure that, you know, instead of it being 9, let's make it 2. You know, it's not always got to be a million miles an hour and I'm going to kill him if I get hold of him. Like, let's make the tackle, and when you get a chance to make that big hit, then you can go and do that. So, like, I love that side of things. I love breaking it down and speaking to individuals and having one-on-one meetings with them and hopefully making them better.
Well, so your remit is defence.
Yes.
Defence coach,
Yeah.
assistant coach. So you must be delighted, especially in the last 3 months. We're going into playoffs now, but the last 3 months, the defence, since the Leeds loss in
Yes.
round 15, was it?
Yeah.
Since then, it's been tidy, hasn't it?
It has, and you know, we've come off the back of 10 wins out of 13, and you know, we had Hull KR, Wigan, you know, Saints all here, all sort of big hitters, and it's good leading into this time of year now that we've sorted it, because beginning of the year we were pretty woeful, to be fair. You know, on average, I think we were conceding something like 28 points, which is not good enough.
Yeah.
And we break our year down into 4 base camps. So every 7 games, we break them down and we reassess after those 7 games. And that's gradually come down. And at the minute, we're at 8 points. So we're getting there at the right time of the year.
How excited are you for this? I mean, it could be, touch wood, for Leigh supporters and for yourself and everybody here. It's not over after tonight, but how excited are you for what is to come over the next month, and how is the belief? How is the confidence? Is it sky high? Is it just taking each game as it comes?
I think the belief was always there. You know, we've got a very good, tight-knit group. And, you know, when we go to Lanzarote and train every year, and, you know, we go for our base camp goals and what our, you know,
So
end
just
of year goals
go
is.
back on that base camp. So that's, I know you using that as that for me is something I've not heard of. So base camp is you have 4 goals throughout the year to hit, or you have 4 periods where you assess?
4 periods. So our season's broken up into 4 base camps.
Yeah.
So base camp 1, 2, 3 and 4, which is every 7 games. And obviously challenge cups in there and things like that. So after that, then we go on and do appraisals with everyone. So after 7 games, you know, we'd meet with yourself and go, right, well, where do you think you're at? You know, where do you think your defence is? I'll show you numbers. Lammy will show you that on attack. You know, and we'll show you GPS scores and things like that and say, right, we need you to be better here and here. You know, and if you're going well, you know, we'll praise you. But if you're not, you get a bit of a telling off. But, you know, that's what I think this group's really good at is taking criticism and going, right, you know, this is where I need to be. I know I need to be better. And then I'll help them along the way if it's defence, you know, if it's anything to do with defence, and Lammy will help that with attack. So
It's important, that regular feedback, though, to players.
Yeah,
sometimes
of
you
course
can
it is.
drift, can't you? And you
Yeah.
forget to give anybody feedback. So the structure of those 4 periods, I think, is really smart.
Yeah, and that's something Lammy's always done. You know, even when I was at Wigan as a player, that's something that he always done was, you know, having appraisals, having individual meetings with people and breaking down their game and saying, right, well, you know, you've done this, and this really well and giving you a lot of praise. But then also you've done this, and where we need to help you. And he'll come out in the field and help them with that. And same with me and everyone else that's here. If it's fitness related, whatever that may be, you know, we're always here to help and make this team get better.
Let me ask you this. We speak a lot about Lachlan Lamb. We speak a lot about Edwin Apape. We speak a lot about Gaz O'Brien. Who do you think has improved the most from Lanzarote at the start of the year to playoffs?
There's been a few. I know Yamila's getting praise at the moment and rightfully so. But Keenan Brand.
Yeah, wow. What a year Keenan Brand's had,
Yeah, he's been outstanding for us.
He and Yamila are very good friends, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
the
can
Spice
tell.
Boys on wing now.
The
They get a
Spice
little-
Boys, are they a bit trendy? Yeah. A wee bit trendy.
Trendy?
Yeah.
Well, a bit trendy, you know what I mean? I can tell.
Throw
that, can't
throw
I?
Davey Armstrong in there as well. He thinks he's a bit
3 sexy young lads
Yeah, that's it.
doing bits and bats.
oiling himself up in Lanzarote and all that, mate. It's not. Yeah, it's not good.
It's not good.
Not good,
It's
mate.
not
It's
good.
not good to see.
How long have you been going to Lanzarote for?
Last 4 years.
So Fergo would have
every
made
time
it. Did
since
Fergo
I've
make it
been
to
here.
Lanzarote?
Pardon?
Would Fergo have made it to Lanzarote?
No, he come just after, thank God. But we did take him to Ibiza.
Oh, gosh. What an experience that would have been.
That was one of the best ones I've ever had.
Oh,
so,
my word.
Yeah, when we won the championship that year,
You took Blake Ferguson to
took
Ibiza.
Blake Ferguson to Ibiza.
I don't think Ibiza's ready.
And no, they weren't ready for Fergo, mate. I kid you not. He rolled his... We got there and we was at the Hard Rock and there was like, your room's going to be ready in an hour. Fergo just went, not having it. Rolled his suitcase in this room and I kid you not. So me, Derek, Jukesy, Lammy and all that flew back on our own and Fergo's case was still in that room.
He'd not been
After
in.
4 days.
He'd not been in.
He'd not been in.
That's unbelievable.
That's
You've got to credit
impressive.
that staying power.
I feel like we need to try and find Blake and get him on just for a right of reply
to get
to
him
all
out.
of this.
You have to get
Honestly, you'd have so many stories for you. Honestly, he was. He's one of them. I know, like he had a bit of a bad side to him, but he was hilarious.
High
mate,
energy.
honestly, yeah,
High energy. High energy in Ibiza. High energy.
You could imagine
Oh, I
Ocean
can't.
Beach.
Oh, my God.
So-
Just unbelievable.
So
mate.
let's chat a little bit about London. And I also
Yep.
think we need to, maybe you need to actually give Tony a bit of an apology because a couple of weeks ago we had one of your players on, Ethan O'Neill. And
Right.
Ethan, we were just discussing accents and sometimes as Australians when you come over here it's very hard to understand certain
Yeah.
accents. And your name was brought up as one that we needed to subtitle. But
Yeah.
I think you're as clear as
Ethan?
day. Yeah.
Ethan said he doesn't understand what you say, but give us where is your accent from?
So I'm from Kent. So originally from Kent,
The Garden of England.
the Garden of England,
Beautiful.
beautiful place. And I grew up there, and then
What cities are in Kent?
Canterbury.
Oh, Canterbury. It's a very beautiful place.
Very beautiful place. Dover,
Right.
Dover.
which is
Gorgeous.
the White Mountains there,
Yeah,
which
White
everyone knows
Cliffs.
about. So,
Yeah. How the hell do you play rugby league? Or
Used
did you?
to, used
How
to.
I didn't. I started with rugby union, so I'd never heard of rugby league, so I didn't know
At
anything
all?
about it. No, I didn't get into rugby league until I was about 14, 15. I didn't get into rugby league until I was late. Always played rugby union in school, and one of my friends was like, rugby union's finished now. We're going to go and play rugby league. So I was like, what is that? And so I went over to Greenwich Admirals. It's where I first met Louis and a few of the other boys there. And
Louis McCarthy,
Louis McCarthy, Scarisbrooke, yeah. And just fell in love with the game. I played 2 games, quit rugby union, and just wanted to play rugby league, and it just sort of spiraled from there, really. And obviously London was the only place you could sort of play for, so I ended up getting into the academy there, and again with Louis, Mike Warrancy, and a few others there. They all got shifted up to Hull. So I stayed. I was a year younger than them. So, and then it just made me debut at 17 at Bradford there, and never looked back.
Wow.
And
An amazing career from there. You know, if you
Yeah.
think about that, starting at 14, 15. You know, like we always talk about sports people who are like 5, 6, they get obsessed with something and then work towards it. Whereas at 14, 15, like you get interested in the sport. Not only get interested in it, but then make a long career out of it. You must be incredibly proud of your route into it.
Yeah, I am. And, thank God for my friend, really. It introduced me to it. But it was one that I never thought I could really make a career out of. It was only when I started training with the first team there, sort of 16, 17, where I thought, maybe I can. And even when I made my debut, I was like, you never think you're going to be picked or anything like that. Like, I never had an inkling that I was going to get picked. I just thought, oh, well. And then, they travelled up to the Bradford, the team, and I went back down home. I went back to Kent. And Tony Ray rang me and said, I need you in Bradford at 9 in the morning. So I was like, well, how does that work? So anyway, I ended up getting on a train, getting up there. And
How good's that?
just,
Train with your kit back.
yeah, pretty much. Just some boots and I didn't know what to expect or anything like that. So I ended up getting a train up to Leeds. I got picked up and taken over to the hotel. And he said, you're going to go onto the bench, thinking that I wouldn't be used. And I remember I'd never played at Bradford before, but I remember, this is in '06. I remember getting there, thinking, what the hell am I doing here? All of them running out, absolute monsters of men. And there's me 80 kilos wet through, couldn't even fit my kit properly. And 15 minutes in, we got an head, like one of our lads got knocked out, and it was like,
Oh, no,
and when you think, please don't. But
Don't put me on.
When you look down there, you think there's only 3 big lads there.
Oh, no.
And then at the time, they had Marcus Bye, and
Oh, wow.
I can remember
Couldn't
it
tackle
like it was like in slow motion. As they've gone on, they've kicked it, and he's caught it, and he sort of looked like that, and he must have looked at me and gone, jackpot. And like he's running it just ran absolutely straight at me, and when you think I've just got to hold on for dear life here, and he's like absolutely gone over me, like, and I'm just holding on to his laces, like, and I think, oh my god. But yeah, that was sort of my introduction to it, really. But yeah, no, it was good, and then I ended up playing 4 or 5 games that year and a couple the following year.
On the wing?
In the centre.
Centres.
In the centre, yeah.
And what was it about rugby league that, you said you fell in love with it straight away?
Yeah.
What was it about it?
I love the physicality side of it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
Yeah.
did.
You must have memories of playing against
Oh, yeah,
Tony.
yeah, it was horrible. And I'm not talking about this 80 kilo Tony Clubb. I'm talking about this guy with like strapping, bleeding, like chasing you around, biffing you, squaring up to you in every tackle. That's the Tony Clubb I
And
remember.
the Tony
None of this
No,
silky centre winger. It was this horrible man in the middle of the
How
field.
did you transition from a back to playing up front? I feel like, because when I started covering this game, my memories of you is like the same as John, like real rough. You've always got your head bandaged, blood everywhere.
Scored 4 tries for England on the wing.
I did. No, I was in centre. Tom Briscoe was my winger.
Scored 4 tries for England as a centre.
Yeah, in New
Fast
Zealand
forward
there.
6 years. He's in the middle elbowing people in the face.
Tell us about that transition.
I always, once I started getting into it, I loved the role of 13. I always wanted to play 13, but I was too small. Like I wasn't filled out enough. And we had Rob Purdon was the captain at the time, and he was playing that position. So I was like, I always wanted to play there, and they're like, well, you need about 20 kilos on you. So I'm like, well, I didn't know anything about nutrition or anything like that properly. So I was only sort of 18, 19 at the time. I was like, right, well, we'll salt it. So all they done,
We'll salt it. Never as
McDonald's
We'll salt
incoming.
it, Tony.
that's it. Stand back, we've got you.
We've got you.
And so we had, oh my God,
Oh, the fire, the flames are going off.
we had a nutritionist and a S&C guy that was from the NFL. He was like a French, believe it or not, like a French Tongan fella called Thibaut, his name was. So he was like, stick with me, we'll get you. So through the pre-season, it was just like I was doing weights while they were running. So I just kept doing that until Christmas. Ended up putting on about 5 or 6 kilos. And then we carried that on. And then I went from 80 kilos to about 95 kilos during that year. And then, unfortunately, that trend just carried on. I got to
What
about
are we now?
110.
What are we now?
So about 115 now.
Tony, you can't keep
That's
going
it,
that
that's
way. Is Thibaut still working with you?
Oh, no, he's in French rugby now. He's over there somewhere now. So,
Just blame Thibaut.
yeah, mate, I am. Don't worry
140
about
kilos.
it.
Thibaut,
Yeah.
you set me on this track.
Oh, no. Made me a pig in the middle there, so
Big horrible pig in the middle.
big horrible pig in the middle, mate. So, but yeah, no, it was a good transition, one that I wanted to do, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, never looked back.
No, that's it.
So on this podcast, On and Off the Bench segment, on the bench is something you'd like to take out of the game, get rid of. It doesn't even have to be rugby league. It can be anything you like, Tony Clubb. Something you want to see more of, where taking it off the bench, putting it into the game. Again, doesn't have to be rugby league.
Something I want less of in the game would be, so the captain's challenge, the timing in and around that.
The timing is in the length of it.
The length of it, yeah. How many times we have to look at it, and when you watch it once or twice, I think you can pretty much tell that it's a try or not a try. But we look at it 40,000 times.
So video
And
ref in general.
Video ref in general. I think we could. I like the captain's challenge, and I love that we've got the video ref there. But I think that time in between can be cut down, because there's times where you can you can call for a captain's challenge and you know they're only doing it to waste time.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you know what I mean? So, and what you're doing is, so if your camp's on your line,
You're getting 5-minute breather.
you can get a 5-minute breather there, so you can get all that back, and then we haven't got the ascendancy anymore. Do you know what I mean? Because they've got their breath out. You know, when you feel like you've got,
killer.
that's it. You feel like you've got the momentum, but they can go to that and then take all that time off you.
Good, I like it. Get rid of it on the bench.
Yeah.
It's on the bench. Something you want to
Throw
see
it
more
out.
of? Oh, you want to go, do you?
I
Because
was
you
going to go on the
last
bench.
week. You want to
Yeah,
go? You want to?
Yeah. On the bench
Keep
for
it
me.
quick because I want to get to the kidney story.
That's what I'm getting to. On the bench, on the bench for me was rugby league players having their organs removed.
Oh.
So we've had Paul Wood, testicle removed. Where is that testicle now?
I think you asked him that when he was on
I know,
the
In a
but
jar in his
that's
room.
what I'm saying. If it was me, you'd want to keep it, wouldn't you?
Really?
I would.
And the self-same thing goes for you, Tony. You had a kidney removed.
Was that rugby league related?
Well, I got hit in the back, so they've held me out and hit me in the back, and you just think for a couple of months, oh, it's just a backache. At first, I thought I'd broke my ribs, and this pain carried on for about 2 years, and it got to a point where it was sort of affecting the way that I trained, because the more I drank, the more it hurt me. So the more water I took in, the more it hurt me. And anyway, I just sort of got on with it and whatever else. And then we played Cass at Wigan. And I remember after the game just saying to the doc, like, there's something here. It's not a backache. It's not a muscle or anything like that. Anyway, Brooksy took me to hospital. And it's like, no, we can't see nothing wrong with your ribs or anything like that. So I thought, all right, fine. It's just been a bit of a baby. And anyway, next day I went and saw the doc, and I was like, there's definitely something here. Like, I don't know what it is, but I need this to have a look at. Anyway, the doc said, right, well, let's have a look at your kidneys. Let's have a look at some of your organs there. And because it had been 2 years, it actually killed off my kidney. So the tube leading out of my kidney had kinked. So without sort of being graphic, I don't know if I can say this,
Yeah,
but
you can.
it's like having a stagnant bag of stuck in my body.
Yep.
So, and if that would have burst, I'd have been in a bit of trouble there. So
you had a dead kidney, essentially.
yeah, it was 95% dead. So
Tony.
That's awful.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
when did they say it? Right. We're just gonna take it out.
yeah, well, pretty much straight away. It's like, we need to get this out of you.
Did
So
you
I
not
was
have?
like-
What's your questions though? What do you mean?
Well,
what do you mean take it out?
I was sitting there with my wife. My wife's crying, like, and I'm thinking, like, I didn't know anything about it. I thought, oh, my career's done. And
What
it was
age
like,
was this, Tony?
This was at 27.
Oh, wow.
But the surgeon was like like a really cool bloke. He was in there. He said, "Mate, you're going to be a month."
A month
So I was
out.
like, "What?"
A month
And
out.
yeah, a month. That's it. He said, "We can take it out. You'll be in hospital probably 2 days, and we'll get you straight back out."
Gee whiz.
And all it is, so I've got, I had 4 stitches here, 4 stitches there.
And they whipped it out.
Just whipped it out, yeah. And then I
What does a
remember,
kidney weigh?
Tony's was full of about 10
mine
kilos.
was full of, so when they scanned it, it had one like that, and your kidney's only tiny, and the other one was like that.
Kidney is massive.
Yeah, it was bizarre, mate. Like I was expecting, like, I don't know, like I said, broken ribs or some sort of pulled muscle or something.
Do you miss it?
Miss the kidney.
Do you know?
Yeah.
What?
Do you know what it affects? And I know this is really daft, but
No, it's not.
You know, when you go to the toilet, I know it's a bit harder for yourself, but
Why is it harder for yourself? Jenna goes to the toilet.
no,
What do
I
you
know,
mean?
but we have different parts. So.
Oh, right, okay.
And
it's to do with your appendage.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
So when you go in the toilet, so I can't push my wee out fully, so I have to keep
What do you mean?
like an old man,
John,
like I have to
just
keep
use
like
your
pushing it.
imagination.
You see, there's a bit left in the tank, shall we say?
Yeah, a bit dribbly sometimes. If that's a word. Is that all right to say?
I mean, you said it, so.
I thought there was a smell when you came over.
Yeah, that's
It's
it.
just a bit
Sometimes
dribbly.
a bit wet on the
Just
front
a bit,
there, maybe.
just a little
so.
bit dribbly.
Yeah, that's
Leave,
how I
leave the
explain it.
occasional sheriff's badge on the chinos there, Tony.
That's it,
I'll
mate.
say.
So like I said, you have to keep trying to push it out, otherwise you get a bit
Oh no!
bit
But apart
dribbly
from
there.
that,
New
apart from
undies all
that,
the time.
Undies all the time.
So
Can we clip that up? Tony
I'm
Clubb
just-
off the bench. More undies.
Yes, please, yeah.
More underpants.
That's it.
All right, yeah, I mean, wow, I'm so sad that we're out of time. This really wanted to hear more about that, Tony.
No, I think that's...
Well, you can... If you want to carry on talking about Dribbly Willies, that's all right. It's up to you.
Okay,
So I don't know how we
thank
get on with this.
you.
The first time Dribbly Willies will have been mentioned anywhere on
that's
TV.
it, that's
And
it.
Dribbly
fingers
Willies.
crossed it's the last. With that, Tony Clubb, thank you.
Dribbly
That
Willies.
is
Sounds nice, doesn't
a wrap. Farewell. We'll see you again in a
Undies
week.
everywhere.